what happened was I came too fast. I was hella drunk. I came too fast and I felt bad, so I just figured this bitch for the rest of the time. I don't even think she noticed. Yeah, that's what I always say, man. Honestly, if you're not getting any and someone's offering it, as long as they ain't a 1, now your personality is more important. Yo, bitches love personality, bro. Look at my body. Sports from all angles, episode 32.
No, that was perfect.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your updated weather report every hour on the hour. It's 4:20. Don't quote me.
Oh, thank you for giving away the time. Don't
It's
give away
raining.
the day.
It's raining.
Yo, bro, the past 3 weeks has been raining so much they don't know.
True. And that's the weather. Tonight, it's going to be dark. Like that Family Guy one. It's raining sideways.
With a cast of overshadow.
Overcast. It's an overcast skies.
Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, motherfuckers.
Good afternoon, motherfuckers.
Good evening, pieces of shit.
And good night.
Good night. Good evening. All right, so here's the East. Celtics, Raptors, 76, Wizards. All right, so in this episode, now that we're calm, we're going to give our predictions for the standings of the top, for the playoff teams of the East and the West in the NBA.
Okay, before we move on, my name is Francis Mandrala.
I'm Stephen A. Smith.
And I'm Skip.
The audacity.
What Skip Bayless's thing?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I averaged 1.4 points in high school.
Is that what he averaged?
Yeah. He didn't average a whole even point and a half. That's fucked up. I've never played basketball in my life. I bet I could average higher.
Are you being serious?
Probably. No, about him averaging that, yes. In high school or in college? High school. No, in high school. That's even worse.
Yo, that...
Yo, he didn't even average a whole layup.
A whole bucket.
A whole bucket.
So you know what that's like? That's like one game he scores one bucket, and the next game he gets a free throw.
And then the next game he gets none.
Yeah, somewhat.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Okay, but as Sebastian or Stephen A.
Sebastian, that's my name.
As Sebastian said, we haven't talked about sports in a hot minute.
We were waiting to see what the teams were. We didn't want to make predictions, and then every other 3 days there's a new signing and trade, and then
which would
get
alter.
too overwhelming.
Yes, yeah. So this is like the first time in a couple months we talked about sports whatsoever, and this is the first time we did sports from all angles and even longer. So we thought we could do this so we could actually dive into each thing. There's nothing specific. We just want to give our take on what the basketball season is looking like, and personally,
which, by the way, starts tomorrow.
Yes. Ooh. Oh man. So let's say today, because I'm gonna release this tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm confused. We are 2 days ago until today, yesterday.
So how do you feel about the season? Because I think this is gonna be the most interesting season in at least 3 years.
Yeah. I honestly, at the end of last season, I was kind of bummed out with what the season was looking like once, like, LeBron left, and then...
oh, you mean after the finals?
Yeah, and then Paul George stuck to the Thunder, and then there wasn't a lot of big moves, or the biggest moves were kind of just players staying. You know, KD re-signed like a bitch.
Oh, yeah, like the first week was very predictable.
Yeah, and it was just like, this is going to be fucking lame. But now with a lot of the moves, even though they've been minor moves, minor reshuffling, I'm kind of excited for this season. I think it's going to be great. Yeah. So I think we should just dive right into it. What do you want to start with, the East or the West?
Let's do the East.
All right. Give me your top 8, and then we'll discuss and get into why.
Okay, I'm going to go from 8 to first to build up. 8th, Pistons. Depending how Casey works the magic with Drummings and Blake Griffin, I think they could go as high as 5th. But I'm saying
I would
8th.
say their ceiling is 6, but I agree with what you put them. I put them at 8 as well.
Okay. 7th, I have the Bucks.
I have the Pacers.
Okay.
Okay, why do you have the Bucks there?
I have the Bucks 7th. By the way, the Pacers 6th. I believe you're the opposite, right?
I have the Pacers as 6th. Yeah, and the Bucks at 7th.
No, that's the same thing.
Oh. Yeah, no, I realized I changed it. I have the little arrows. I have the Bucks at 6. At 7, I mean. And the Pacers at 6.
So we agree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have
and
Bucks
Pacers, yeah.
7th.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Damn, I'm stupid.
I put the Pacers 6th because I believe the Pacers and Bucks are very similar in the sense they have one star and then a
Yes.
supporting cast, but I believe the Pacers supporting cast is much better. And I believe in their coach.
Yes. Also, I have the the Bucks to me, they underachieve every year. Also, like you said, they only have the
Stop
one
doing
guy.
that.
Okay. They only have the one superstar, the clear superstar, and I think in
The
this
Greek
league,
freak?
yeah. And as good as he is, in this league, I don't think honestly that he'll ever break superstardom. I think he's a star.
You're crazy.
I don't know. And maybe not with the Bucks. He needs to leave or get the right amount of help.
No, the problem with him and the Bucks, they don't have 3-point shooters. And he's the type of player that needs 3-point shooters
He
to
needs spacers to
Yes.
drive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's an underrated passer, so that is key. Now, the reason why I have the Pacers above the Bucks though is because Pacers to me every time I watch them, they play better fundamental basketball.
I was just gonna say they play like a team.
Yes.
There's even though the Oladipo is their clear leader, there's nobody else that and he doesn't stand out from them as much as Giannis stands out with the Pacers. I mean with the Bucks.
Yeah. Even though I would say Giannis is a better player,
Yeah.
but
Oh, for sure.
yeah. No, it's just the way they're coached and the defensive end, the way they move the ball.
Yo, but you know what? Pacers lost Lance Stevenson, and I'm kind of ashamed to say this, but I think he was a big part of their success.
That I agree. That's why I moved. Where did they place last year? Wasn't it 4th?
They were 4th.
Yeah, that's why I put them down to 6.
No, they were. They had home advantage against the Cavs. 76ers
They were
were
third?
third.
No, so they were 4th.
Okay, you're right. Yes, they were. Yeah, Cavs were 5th, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that was the 7-game. The
7th game was on the road.
yeah.
Okay, you're right.
No, I think they had 5th, bro, because they went to Cleveland for Game 7.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think they won on the road, bro.
Okay, whatever. The point is, I bumped them down for that reason.
I would have put the Pacers higher.
If they kept Stevenson,
No, I just don't believe that Oladipo can sustain this level of play.
just because of his history, right? Because that was the first and only year he did what he did.
He did. He was crazy, and I'm not taking anything away from it. I just think, like Westbrook, I don't think he'll average a triple-double again, but we'll get into that later.
Okay, yeah. Foreshadowing, thank you.
Yeah.
5th, I have the Wizards.
I have them there as well. I would have put them up higher. Initially, I had them higher, but they underachieve every year, and I've always said this. They are the Clippers of the East. The Clippers when they had their superstars.
That is spot on analogy comparison.
Yeah.
100%.
You have the talent to be a better team, and you never are.
Yeah. And the key thing too, even though they upgraded with Rivers, Howard is injured. We don't know how long he's going to be out, and
Quartet was great for them, so they lost him to the Clippers.
Yeah, but I would say Howard is an upgrade. The only problem is if your center is injured, no matter how much of an upgrade he is, if he's not on the court, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't have an impact on the court that you're not playing in.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they got a great pickup in Austin Rivers, though.
He is underrated.
He is underrated as fuck.
Every year, if you look at his stats, they've improved in basically every category.
Not only that, he plays hard when it matters. Like, whenever he wasn't a starter and, Chris Paul or Blake Griffin were injured, he was out there playing the hardest, winning games, or at least putting up winning numbers.
I believe he qualifies as clutch.
He's got heart.
Yeah. Both
And
defensively and offensively.
And you don't find that a lot these days in at least subpar players.
Yeah.
Right? Who's your 5th pick?
You mean 4th?
Yeah.
I got the Miami Heat.
Oh, I just came a little bit when you said that. Oh, yes. Yes, I have them as fourth at fourth as well. I think they could easily go to fifth if the Wizards prove us wrong.
They are not as talented as the Wizards.
No.
But going back to the whole Pacers thing.
Well, actually, let me interrupt you there, Skip Bayless. I think Goran Dragic is a great point guard. He's not John Wall level.
Okay.
I think Hassan Whiteside is miles and days and ages better than Dwight Howard these days, if you're not going off of last season. I think last season was a fluke in terms of for Whiteside. I think this year he will prove us wrong and go back to that man he was 2 years ago.
So the 20 and 12? Or like 18, 12?
18 and 14. 17 and 14. 17 and 14.
Okay.
And 2.5 blocks.
Okay.
He's lost weight. He's ready. Also, Wade's back off the bench. He's gonna win you some games. He's clutch. Richardson is a year older. He's a year better. All his numbers have been going up.
So give me a top three for the Heat that is better than Wall, that's better than Bill, and then that's better than their small forward.
Position by position?
No, just like just any position. Give me 3 players better than them.
Okay, Whiteside's better than Howard.
No, I said Bill, Wall, and their small forward, who is a great dual threat.
Oh, okay, but this is not the big three. We're not.
Okay,
we're
add in
not
Howard.
playing 3x3.
Add in Howard.
No, I'm talking about as a team, success
I'm
as
saying
a team.
talent, though. I'm saying the Heat are more disciplined, but talent-wise, the Heat are not more talented than the Wizards.
The Heat, I think, are more talented outside of those 3 people you just named.
4 people.
3.
Howard.
Whiteside's better.
And that's the only player.
Right now. We're not talking about in their prime. We're talking about right now.
I know, but that's the only player that is better than their four best players.
But that's the thing. That's
you think Dragic is better than Wall or Bill?
No. But that's what I'm saying. You take outside of which player is better by position out of those 3 players.
Is Whiteside better than Wall and Bill?
No.
So how are they more talented?
They're not more talented.
Okay, so we agree.
What I'm saying is that it's irrelevant that Beal that Wall is better than Dragic and that Beal is better than Richardson.
And then their small forward is better than your small.
Who's their small forward?
I can't think
Kelly
of
Oubre?
No, it's like that light skinned dude who
That was Kelly Oubre.
No, bro. It's some dude who averages like 16, 17 points. He has an outside jumper. He plays good defense. He gets 6, 7 rebounds, a couple assists.
What I'm saying is, outside of them being more talented, it almost doesn't matter that they're more talented.
Okay, bro, we're arguing the same point. I just said the Wizards are more talented than the Heat. So if they play as a team, they're obviously better than the Heat.
They're more talented by 3 players, in those 3 players. They have 3 players that are more talented at that position than the Heat's compared to that position. I think outside of those 3, Miami has more talent than the Wizards. Outside of those 3
Okay,
players.
but that's like saying, back when the big 3 for the Miami Heat, their best 3 players and really only good 3 players were their big 3, but their big 3 was so much better than everybody else's, it doesn't matter.
But that's a stretch for comparison.
Compared to this Miami Heat, bro, they're not.
No. You're comparing how much better Beal and them are than their own team, than LeBron, Wade, and Bosh to their own team.
Bro, Bill and Wall are the 3rd best duo in the league?
But individually, they are not that much crazy better than their own team. They are better. They are the best on their team. But they're not even the best in their own conference.
Audience members, let us know. Who do you think is more talented? God-gifted talented. The Wizards or the Heat?
Yeah, I want to know that.
By the way, I have the Heat above the Wizards, so I think we're arguing the same fucking point here.
I think I was just clearing up that outside of those 3 players, the Heat have more talent.
4.
Our reserves or less talented players are more talented than the Wizards, less talented, not
But
Beal.
their 3 players are so much better, it almost doesn't matter.
I don't think they're that much better.
Than your 3 best players?
I think, John Wall is fucking great. I don't think Dragic is a bad point guard.
But I would pick John Wall over Dragic
Absolutely.
any and every day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so your shooting guards don't compare to Bill.
No.
And then our small forward is, I wouldn't say he's that much better, but
I think John Wall, there's more space between John Wall and Dragic than there is between Beal and other shooting guards. Beal is a great...
On your team.
No, just in general. That's what I'm saying. You can't even... How good are you if you can't even compare to the conference? Like, you're in the fucking East.
Bill led the Wizards when Wall was out.
That's how bad that team is, though. I think that speaks more to the lack of talent on that team. That's why I was saying outside of those 2 or 3 players, the rest of the team is pretty average, which is why I was saying Miami out-talents them when you're talking outside of your stars.
Okay, we're going to have to get into a full-blown roster to compare because I don't know the full rosters, but I completely disagree. Let's move on.
All right. Who do you have at number 3?
I think this is obvious, the Sixers, but I actually have them winning less games this year.
I agree.
Just because last year they had that fire ending to their season. They won, 15, 16 straight?
They won 17 to
end the season?
All lottery teams.
Okay, that's not happening.
Every single team was a lottery team outside of the one win that they got against Cleveland.
Yeah, which I want to point out. If it wasn't for that streak, I honestly believe Ben Simmons does not win Rookie of the Year. That streak is what allowed him to win Rookie of the Year.
He's going to win it again. Why not? Just playing.
Okay, you guys, if you kept up with us, you all know how we feel about that discussion. So I think that's obvious. You have them as third, too.
Yeah.
Second, I think is very underrated, the Raptors.
Yeah.
Kawhi is going to be a big deal. Now, my thing is, the Celtics, if they stay healthy, the Raptors have no shot.
I agree.
But if this somehow happens like last season where Boston goes into the playoffs injury-prone, they have a shot.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason why the conference finals shouldn't be Celtics and Raptors.
Yeah, but I feel like we've been saying it should have been the Raptors every year for the past 3 years, and they haven't been able to get there.
Listen, the Raptors will go as far as Kawhi takes them.
True.
That's it.
Prediction. Where do you think he plays? How does he play this season? Is it his top 5 form, or is he rusty?
I think he'll play top 5. He's in a conference that he knows he can win in. I think that'll be a huge motivator. And I want to go on the limb and say that if the Raptors go to the conference finals, Kawhi stays in Toronto.
I would go on the limb and say if they make it to the conference finals, don't be surprised if they win, given how similar the Raptors are to the Spurs in terms of personnel. And don't forget...
They would win the title?
No, to win the conference.
Okay.
Because don't forget, they were one sprained ankle away from beating the Warriors at home by double digits 2 years ago. And that Spurs team is very similar to this Spurs team in terms of personnel.
I'll give another bold prediction. If the Raptors somehow win the East and the Warriors don't win the West, the Raptors will be the champions.
That's a lot of ifs, though.
That's a lot. No, well, I mean, all they have to do is win the East and the Warriors not win the West.
Yeah, but
basically, if the Raptors face anyone out of the West, the Raptors will be the NBA champions.
That's not the Warriors.
That's not the Warriors, yeah.
Or the Lakers. Okay, and number 1, obviously, we have the Celtics because they won 50-plus games.
I had the Knicks. Wow.
Bullshit.
I'm just saying I had the Celtics.
Is there anything else to be said? They won 50-plus games without Hayward, and they finished the season
without Kyrie and still pushed the Cavs to 7 games.
In the conference finals. So you're adding Hayward and Irving. They both look healthy from the preseason.
You're adding a second-year Jason Tatum, a third or fourth-year Jaylen Brown.
I think third year.
Third year, I believe. Also, yeah.
And then don't forget their backup point guard.
Rozier.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're loaded.
Which I always say is another.
What? He's another benefit of the system?
Yes, but what's the player I'm thinking of? 5'8" point guard. 5'9" point guard. Wow, really? He just got traded from there.
From the Raptors?
No, from the Celtics. He went to the...
he played for the Lakers. Isaiah Thomas.
He's another Isaiah Thomas. He looks great until he leaves the team. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Brad Stevens is a fucking genius.
Yes, who should have won Coach of the Year last year.
Absolutely.
But no.
But Raptors had a better record.
with much more talent. Okay, but I do want to say this. I think having Kyrie Irving back will benefit Rozier. Less pressure, and he'll be able to do what he specializes in.
Yeah, he'll play his role.
Yes.
Come off the bench and give that spark.
Yes. Because don't forget, he went 0 for 10 from three-point land against the Cavs in Game 7. So
Garbage.
Okay, now going to the West, where unlike the East, I believe the East we were exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. No, I don't have the Wolves anywhere on here.
No, I said the East.
Oh, okay, right. I'm deaf.
The West is very different, as he just pointed out.
Also, I think outside of the top two, I was just guessing for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Bro, the West is who knows?
Yeah. So this is the best we will have. I think for the West, we should start from the top.
Yes.
Yeah. 'Cause the bottom is just like fucking guessing game. We might as well just throw out names and then see what sticks.
Yeah, because the best way to put it this, I believe, depending on chemistry, injury, and just how the season plays out, seeds 3 through 10
Yeah.
can beat any one of these teams.
Well, remember how it ended last year? In the last day of the NBA, you can either end up 3rd or 9th.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a real thing.
Yeah.
All right. So number 1,
Bro, this is gonna shock you.
the Kings.
Yo, No, bro, you fucked up. Bro, the Pelicans, come on, bro.
Phoenix.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They're definitely going to be.
Obviously,
I have a better one. Lakers. Am I right? That was just to piss them off. All right. Obviously, the number 1 team in the West will be the Warriors.
yes.
Even with an injury, you can't. They're to the point where, like, before you used to be able to be like, well, if they have an injury, they could be 2nd or 3rd. Now, fuck it. Anyone in their starting lineup can get injured, and they will still be the number 1 team in the West.
The reason why we're saying this because now their center is who? Drum roll.
Big ass bitch.
Yeah, DeMarcus Cousins. So there is. Last year, we should emphasize the reason why they finished 2nd is because the final 30 games or so, at least one of their players was not playing, and the majority of the time, 2 of their big 4 was not playing. So that's why they fell out. But this year, they could have 2 players missing, and they still have a big 3.
Listen, at this point, unless you were drafted by the Warriors or you were traded involuntarily to the Warriors, if you somehow find yourself on the roster of the Warriors team, you are a bitch. Unless you're Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Well, they were drafted.
I know, but I just like them.
Okay. No, I agree. Yo, Klay Thompson, I love his personality. I just hope he goes to the Lakers.
I hope he doesn't.
He would fit perfectly with Lonzo Ball and LeBron James.
I'm just not ready for Lakers to be good, bro.
Is that your old school love for the Clippers, or you just hate the Lakers?
I just don't like the Lakers.
Then you can't like the Celtics.
I don't.
Oh, okay. I respect that.
I don't hate him as much, but I don't like him either.
Okay,
I like
respect.
Brad Stevens. That's it. And Kyrie. I like Kyrie.
That's the only reason why I respect the Celtics.
Because Brad Stevens?
He is the most underappreciated coach in the NBA, bro.
Yeah, I want him to win just because he deserves it, but not because of the team. I don't give a fuck about the team.
Nah, yeah. Okay,
right.
So 2nd place. Yo, this is going to be a shocker.
Oh, fuck.
The Wolves, bro.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Oh, okay. No. I was like, bro, what the fuck? All right, I have the Rockets. Houston.
No, same here.
We have a problem.
I think this is going to be a switcheroo for last year. The Warriors obviously upgraded, and the Rockets actually, if you look at their lineup, they downgraded. They lost Ariza.
Yeah.
Who was a huge 2-way player.
Yeah, and they added Melo.
Yeah, so they dropped down defense, and they upgraded maybe offense?
Maybe, if Melo plays his role.
Yes, that's a big if.
They should play, I keep saying this, they need to play Melo the same way they play Gerald Green. As a 6th man who, if he comes in hot, keep him. If he comes in cold, bench him. You're not paying him that much money. You're giving him a veteran minimum anyways. It's okay if he sits most games, if he's not playing well.
I'm trying to think of a good comparison, like position-wise, but I feel
I just mean I don't mean by position. I just mean in the way that he's played.
the only problem is they already have a 6-man.
But I'm saying play him in that kind of
Okay.
where like if he's hot, give him minutes.
And he has to play against the second string starter. I mean, the second string
Which
second
he should
unit.
have no problem
scoring on them.
Yeah.
And it should be easier to defend hypothetically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if he plays his role and comes in doing just play your role, bro, and they should be, I guess, better.
Okay. This is the last time we agree for the West.
Okay.
Third, we have the Thunder. We both agree with that.
Yep.
We believe that actually
But-
losing Melo will be a big help.
I think I have the Thunder at third with an asterisk.
If
Westbrook doesn't average a double-double.
I have
Triple-double.
I have them third only if Westbrook averages a triple-double.
It's detrimental to the team when he does that.
I believe it's the complete opposite.
It might be good for their self-esteem, for the not the self-esteem.
At least
The
assist-wise, he has to average 10-plus assists.
He can average all the assists he wants. It's why are you a point guard averaging 12 rebounds?
Because of fast break. He gets
because-
their fast break.
Because his fucking center is giving it to them. He's giving them. They're giving up purposely, and I think that wastes his energy. Which, if you're drained at the end of a late game situation, it's a close game.
How does it waste energy if the center is running
Because
down
now you have
court?
for Westbrook, who's supposed to be your number one option, and now your number one option is extra tired.
He's
because you
not.
could have been already halfway down the floor, and instead you're waiting for a fucking rebound.
He's averaging triple-doubles by playing less than 35 minutes a game. That is
think
not a lot.
If he averages a triple double, I will switch my third and my fifth.
Complete opposite.
So now I will have to give you who my fifth pick is before I give you my fourth.
Okay.
The
Fifth pick.
Jazz.
Okay, why do
The Jazz will be the third seed if the Thunder. If Westbrook averages a triple double.
I think that's very optimistic.
They weren't bad last year, and that was with the first year rookie.
Okay, so just to make this clear, we have the Bucks and the Pacers 6th and 7th in the East because they're a one-man show in a weaker conference. Yeah, you have the Jazz, who is a one-man show.
They have Rudy Gobert healthy again. Do
If
they
he
still have
stays
Rubio?
healthy, yes.
Okay, they
If
should
he's
be better than
healthy-
last year. Yeah.
If he's healthy, those are big ifs. Rubio is injury-prone. Gobert is injury-prone.
If all that works out, they should be the third seed. If Westbrook doesn't average if he does average a triple double.
In my opinion, the best case is 6th seed. Best case.
Okay, who's your fourth seed?
My 4th seed is the Lakers.
I have the Spurs.
I'm being dead serious, all honest here.
Hella optimistic.
I think worst case is 5th seed, depending on how the Spurs play. I have the Spurs 5th, so you have the Spurs 4th, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like that those seedings can go either way. DeRozan was a huge
I have
pickup
the
for
Jazz fifth.
No, but I'm saying for me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think DeRozan was a huge pickup, but James was an even bigger pickup, and everybody is sleeping on the young core of the Lakers.
I think that is exactly the problem, though.
Why?
They are too young and inexperienced in a conference that it's a bully ball at that point. You're playing in the toughest conference in the NBA against the Warriors, the Rockets, the Thunder. Listen, the only way the Lakers don't make it, the only way the Lakers make it out of the first round is if they place higher than fifth.
Okay, real quick. You said they're not experienced.
They're not.
You're telling me the Spurs are more experienced than the Lakers with a LeBron James, a Rondo, and a Lance Stevenson?
When was the last time the Spurs missed the playoffs?
Oh, which one of those players are still on those teams? I'm pretty sure Tim Duncan is retired. I'm pretty sure Ginobili retired. I'm pretty sure Parker left the team. Kawhi isn't there. So your only two experienced players is DeRozan and Aldridge?
Spurs. I think the Lakers are too young. I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I don't think they're young. Their young crew is going to get them far next year.
I disagree. But we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay, so, who's your sixth?
My 6 are the Timberwolves. And this is a huge if. This is only if Butler stays with the Wolves. If he gets traded before the halfway mark, I don't think they make the playoffs.
He might not even be on the team. by the end of this week.
He's on the team going into the next game.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm going by.
that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Okay,
But like
I have the Lakers at 6, and that is the highest I will give them.
And by the way, if our rankings go according to Sebastian, the Lakers 6 means they would play either the Thunder or the Jazz.
Which is the only way they make it out of the first round.
If they're lower than the 5 seed.
If they're higher than the 5 seed.
What are you talking about?
What? No, okay. If they are 7th or 8th,
They're not making it. I agree.
yeah. And if they're 6th, they still might not.
I believe 100% if they're 6 or higher, they are guaranteed out the first round.
You think so?
Bro, they are... I'm telling you, they will easily crush the Thunder. The Thunder are a 2-man show, which is fine in the regular season. But
And who are the Lakers? A one-man show.
Rondo is a 1-man show. He basically single-handedly helped the Pelicans sweep the Blazers when they did not have home field advantage. By the way, can we not forget Rondo when he was healthy with the Bulls? They went 2-0 on the road. Then when he got injured, they lost 4 straight games. Rondo is a playoff machine. And Lance Stevenson, you were just praising him for the Pacers. Now he doesn't matter for the Lakers. Facts. Silence.
I stand corrected. I'll admit that. Okay. That's a valid point.
Thank you.
I think they can beat the... No, I still can't. Sorry. I acknowledge your point, but I still think the Thunder will outplay them.
The same Thunder team that lost in the first round last
To
year.
the Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Because they don't have Melo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to put this on record. If the Lakers face any team other than the Warriors and the Rockets in the first 2 rounds, the Lakers are going to the conference finals. Guaranteed. Put it on record. Sebastian will remember this, and once the playoff times come, we'll see how wrong I am not.
Wrong.
Okay.
All right, who's your 7th seed?
Oh, okay. My 7th seed is the Jazz.
I have the Nuggets.
I love the Nuggets. I just can't put them over the Jazz because the Jazz and Nuggets play fundamental basketball, and the Jazz just do it better.
I can't put them over the Nuggets, over the Jazz either. I have the Jazz at 5th, maybe 3rd.
But the thing is, I can't put them over the Blazers because the Blazers are just a perfect regular season team.
Bro, and they've just gotten worse lately.
They've gotten worse playoff-wise, but regular season... They have the formula for
But
regular
they've lost good players, though. They lost that crab guy. I like that crab guy. He was a great example of play or roll.
Okay, true. Who else did they lose, though?
I know this was a while ago, but LaMarcus.
That does not matter.
Yeah. Ever since then, they've been shit. Except that first year when he left, and then they, like, nobody...
They made the postseason every year. They finished last year as the third seed. We're talking about seeding for the regular season. For the regular season.
I know.
The Nuggets are not placing higher than them. Bro,
No.
I'm not talking about playoffs. I'm talking about regular season. The Blazers will guaranteed make the playoffs.
No, I have that as well. I just have them as the 8th seed because the Nuggets are better this year than they were last year.
So the key difference is the
Everybody's better this year than the Blazers. The Blazers are the only team in my top 8 who did not get better. They stayed exactly the same.
But do you think the Nuggets got so much better that they go from missing the playoffs to...
They barely missed the playoffs.
But the Blazers were a 3rd seed.
They could have... The Nuggets missed the playoff seed, and they could have landed as high as 5th.
And the Blazers finished 3rd.
Remember, this is all on the last day.
Who finished 3rd?
The Blazers?
Yes.
They could have also finished 7th.
But the Nuggets could have never finished higher than 5th, so...
I don't know. I'm saying 5th just to, I don't want to be crazy because I don't remember the specifics. But I remember like 4th through 8th or through 10th was all up for grabs. You could either be out of the playoffs or be like 5th seed. That's the only reason I'm placing the Blazers at 8th because everybody else on the on my list
Got better.
got better, except them. They stayed the same. So why do I have any reason to believe that if they barely made it last year, even though they were the 3rd seed, we already talked about how they got into the 3rd seed, why should they be any better this year?
But I don't believe the Jazz and Nuggets got that much better. They only got better because of cohesiveness.
I think, but that's huge though.
But you could say the same thing for the Blazers. They have one more year of cohesiveness.
But they've had basically the same starting backcourt for a while now.
I know, but bro, I'm not saying if you gave me postseason, I would say the Nuggets would beat the Blazers easily. But if you're giving me regular season, the Blazers will finish with a better record.
Really? I would say the opposite. I think the Nuggets could take the Blazers could take the Nuggets in postseason.
I disagree.
But in a 7-game series, I think the Blazers can win. In a regular season, I think their highest seed this year is 8th.
So going by postseason for each conference, I'm not talking about regular season. I mean postseason potential, not counting seeding. Give me your 3 best teams in the East in terms of postseason play prediction.
Postseason play.
Yeah.
And Celtics.
Okay, I agree.
Raptors.
Only because of Kawhi.
Heat.
I agree. Now give me your 3 top for the West.
Warriors, Rockets.
I'm a tie for 3rd.
I'm struggling with the 3rd.
You want me to tell you mine?
Jazz. Bold.
For me, it's a tie between Lakers and Spurs.
I was thinking the Spurs and the Jazz. Bro, listen, it's not that I don't have faith in the Lakers. I just don't have faith in their seeding. If they were to get a higher seeding, they play lower competition, all for it. I don't think they can finish higher than 6th. I don't think they make it out of the first round. We're talking about postseason success, right?
I'm saying potential. Take away seeding.
Potential. But that's what I'm saying. Depending on where they end up. Because when I said the Heat have the 3rd best potential, I'm talking about regardless of seeding.
Regardless of seeding.
Regardless of seeding.
So do the same for the West.
No, but even then.
How can you say, I picked the Heat, it doesn't matter where they seed, but when it comes to the Lakers, it matters where they seed?
Because the West is a lot harder.
But bro, if the Heat finish 7th or 8th, they're not making it past the first round.
But I don't have them finishing 7 or 8. I have them finishing 4th.
But what if they do? What if they do?
I think the Heat finishing 4th is more realistic than the Lakers finishing higher than 6th. Is my point.
I can't wait to just smack my predictions in your face.
Okay,
and
but
be like,
bro,
right.
do you understand what I'm talking about?
No, I don't, because I disagree.
Heat getting 7th or 8th is not the same odds as the Lakers getting 7th or 8th. Not because the Heat are better than the Lakers, because the Heat are in an easier conference. Meaning the Lakers most likely will have tougher competition throughout the regular season, which will impact their ability to get a higher seeding.
LeBron James will not allow the Lakers to get lower than 6.
I just got a Cavs extend Larry Nance 4 years, $45 million.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yo, it's
I
crazy.
think it's a good pickup.
It's crazy you can make $10 million a year in the NBA, and that's considered a steal.
Yeah.
Guaranteed $10 million a year. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
You can make $10 million a year, and you can be the 8th best player on your team.
Yep. That's where the market is now because of all the TV deals, right? Bro, that's what I'm saying. Richardson is a steal. 4 years, $43 million.
No, for him, no. Isn't that basically the same contract as Larry Nance Jr.?
Yeah, and he's a lot better than him.
Yes.
And has a lot more potential.
Yes. Bro, let this sink in. Larry Nance Jr. on the Lakers, the no LeBron Rondo Lakers, was their 9th, 10th best player. Let that sink in. And he goes to the Cavs. For many reasons, he's a better player for them. And he gets over $10 million. He gets a little over $11 million a year.
You see Winslow got 4 years, $39 million?
I don't know how the Heat pulled that off.
Because his offense hasn't manifested itself into anything yet.
But you're telling me he's worse, financially speaking, than Larry Nance Jr.?
Bro, it's because his offense. Because I think if you're going just off his defense, he's worth the money. Especially when you consider the last year is a team option.
That's just disrespectful. What did he average?
3 years, not even 4 years. Sorry, it's a 3-year contract. The last year is
fourth year option.
No, the third year is a team option. That means he's only guaranteed $26 million for 2 years of one of the best defenders right now.
But doesn't he average double-digit points?
He might average like 10.
But that's still better than Larry Nance? I don't understand the logic.
The beauty of Winslow is his defense. He's a lockdown defender.
No, but I'm
from
saying,
day one.
I'm saying he averages as many points as Larry Nance, and he's a much better defender. That's disrespectful. By the way, we're still talking about Winslow, who's getting over $10 million a year. Correct?
He's gonna 13 guaranteed
each year.
For at least the next. He averages 7.8.
Oh, damn.
5.4 rebounds and 2.2 assists.
Wow, I didn't know it was that bad.
But his defense is that good.
I know. But still, $13 million is better per year than Larry Nance, but Larry Nance is guaranteed more money.
It's just great because if his offense develops, we got him for nothing.
I know you're not a fan. How do you think the Lakers' youngs are going to develop with all the veterans? Do you think?
I think Kuzma is going to have an amazing year. I think Brandon Ingram is going to have a breakout year.
So when you say breakout, he averaged 17 points last year. You think he's going to average 20?
I think he could.
He easily could. Kuzma could. He could become what's the player for the Clippers? The sixth man?
I think Kuzma's the second best player on the Lakers right now.
You think he's better than Ingram?
Yes.
He doesn't play defense like Ingram, and Ingram scores just as many points.
I'm just talking about offense. I think Kuzma is more gifted. I think Kuzma's a lot more gifted, and he was a first-year player.
I will say this, though. Kuzma is better now. I think that Ingram has more potential. Every time I watch Ingram, bro, I get Kevin Durant vibes with better ball
honestly,
handling.
the more shooters you have, the more your offense as an individual player can flourish, I believe. So the better LeBron and Ingram are, the better Kuzma can be.
And both of them are great ball handlers with passing ability.
It just honestly, just having the pressure taken off of having to be the second best player will make him be the best player.
And Rondo with his ball handling really is going to help.
Well, his assists, all you have to do is get open.
And he doesn't want to score. He just wants to pass.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that was a great pickup for the Lakers in that perspective.
Yeah.
If you just get a distributor who doesn't need the ball in his hands. Well, to score.
Yes, especially if he mentors Lonzo.
Yeah.
Which supposedly that's another reason.
Man, his shot's still broken. Can I just say that?
But a lot of good scorers have had broken shots.
Yeah, but he's not a good scorer even with a broken shot right now.
Oh, I will say this. For all his woes, he still had a better three-point percentage than, I believe, 2 other players in the NBA, or 1. And he still made significantly more three-point shots than the Rookie of the Year. Everybody wants to say...
Okay, but he only took like 1.
Yeah.
If 1.
There's a reason. People say Lonzo has a broken shot. At least he can make three-pointers.
Yeah.
Ben
at least
Simmons
he takes them, yeah.
Ben Simmons can't even make a 20-foot shot.
I also think Lonzo was overrated from the beginning. I think that he was overhyped. Let me put it that way, rather than overrated. Overhyped. If he would have came into the league as any
Without
other
his
regular
father.
rookie, he would not have this much pressure, and we would not be talking about is he a bust or not.
Can we say this, though?
How many other players in their first year are we talking about are they a bust?
But how many players are we saying in the first year averaged 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists?
That's what I'm saying. His game is there. It's his offense that's lacking.
But, by the way, he still averaged more points than Winslow.
Yeah, but Winslow was never good offensively, at least in the NBA.
I know, but I'm just saying we're making comparisons here about how we view certain players. Winslow, blah, 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 yet Ball easily scored more points with a broken shot.
Yeah.
And Winslow might not be a good offensive player. He doesn't have a broken shot. No. In terms of form.
He's fixed it a lot, though. So, the expectation was the same last year, but this year it's the same. You have to... That offense has to develop. Because it's not like he didn't have it in college.
No, he was diverse.
Yeah.
He was a two-way player.
He was a great three-point shooter in college.
But, bro, I just want to say, you could say the same thing about Lonzo.
Did you know that Winslow at the end of last year had one of the best shooting percentages? 3-point shooting percentages?
No, I did not know that.
That was higher than Curry.
But his 3-point percentage is never going to be what it could because he takes stupid shots.
Yeah, he takes too many.
No,
I just want to say as it speaks volume to the work that Winslow has been putting in.
Yes.
To fixing his.
But I just don't like that comparison because it's not like he goes out and makes Ray Allen decisions.
Okay, but if I'm talking about he was number 1 in the league in 3-point percentages, that means that's higher than.
I know what that means. I'm just saying. It'll be a better comparison saying like Korver, who takes smart decision shots.
And he had a higher percentage than him.
Yes.
At the end of the season, not the entire season combined.
Yes.
Like the last half of the season.
Yes. No, but I'm saying that's a better comparison.
She's got to specify because someone online is going to be like, he did not have a better 3-point percentage than
blah, blah,
JJ
blah.
Redick for the entire season.
Talk about players getting underpaid. He's getting like $10 million this year.
Really?
Bro, look it up.
After he made 20 last year?
He's getting like $10 million this year.
Wow, why would he take less?
I don't know.
If anything, he should go somewhere
Up. He had a great season last year.
He was their best player. No way.
Bro, it's below 20. I know that for a fact. Look up his contract.
He returns to the Sixers on a 1-year deal. For how much? Okay, let's see.
If you looked in the contract.
News.
Oh my God, bro. Look up JJ Redick contract. You could have solved all of this.
Contract, okay.
Free agent. $13 million. Let that sink in.
He signed a $23 million last year and now went for 12 or 13. What a bitch.
I disrespect that.
I kind of like it that he humbled himself, but he's also the best player on the team right now. The best offensive player on the team right now.
Yes. And don't forget, this is going off. They lost 2 3-point specialists. You had bargaining power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you take 40%.
Especially
less?
if he should have waited towards the end of the season. Okay, you didn't pick up anyone else. That money you're going to give to a superstar that you thought you were going to get, give it to me on a 1-year deal. What's the worst that can happen?
It doesn't matter, bro. Those 2 3-point specialists left before he signed the deal. Why would I don't understand that.
I'm mad now.
He's making less than Winslow.
No, Winslow's making 13.
And they said 12 to 13. I believe it's 12. 13 is with incentives.
Okay, I was going by 13. I'm like, if he's making the same as Winslow, that's bullshit. Because he could average like 18 points a game.
He averaged over 15 last year.
Yeah.
And that's with all the other 3-point specialists.
That's fucked up.
Okay, anything you want to say to end the show today?
I love JJ Redick. I can't believe he did that. That's how I want to end
He's
the
a perfect example. He was a bust when he first came in. If you look at his stats when he first came in and the news around him, he was a Duke star and he underperformed and he has flourished ever since.
JJ the jet plane let me down. We landed.
I don't understand it.
We have landed.
Nothing makes sense from that move.
No. Why? The team has the money to pay him. He has the capabilities to earn it. You know what? Thank you.
Just real quick.
I just want to go cry, bro.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you like the video, give us that thumbs up. If you dislike the video,
fuck you.
I don't believe that, but that's his motto. And leave any comments.
You told me to say that.
You always say it.
I'm just playing. He didn't tell me to say that, but fuck you.
And if we messed up on anything, let us know. And if you want to discuss any of our predictions, either for the East, the West, the both, jump in, hop in. We need the feedback and comments. We love to discuss.
We don't need the corrections, though. Fuck you.
All right. LOPH.
LOPH. LO Cool J. Bye. Bro, I can't believe he really took 12 and 13 million after getting 23 million last year.
Bro! Yo, when I saw that,
honestly, I thought last year he might have been overpaid with 23 million.
No,
because I didn't know he was gonna be that impactful. And then
in today's climate, 23 million is not overpaid for him. In today's climate.
But no, that's what I'm saying. In today's climate, I thought
he's bare minimum 20.
For his skill set was like, damn, He's a very one-dimensional player.
But he is so. But we could.
That's the only reason I thought he was overpaid. But after seeing how impactful he was to that team,